So, welcome, folks. Thank you for coming, and I appreciate Oxford House for sponsoring this evening event, self-empowerment and Reiki meditation. Today, we're going to uh, give a wonderful presentation on breathing. My name's Wendy Wisner, and I'm an intuitive energy healer and Reiki master. So each week, we provide a different modality of healing, and we will also do the Reiki meditation as the second part of the evening. So, as you know, those of you who have been here before, put one hand on one bicep, cross the other, and put the other on the other bicep. Take a deep breath in and gently rock back and forth, closing your eyes. If you and I were there together, we'd be hugging. We'd greet each other in a hug. And if you do this for 20 seconds, you're going to activate the same chemistry, the same feel-good hormones, as if somebody that loved you was hugging you. And blow out. Wonderful. And everyone, we start with a prayer. Thank you for blessing us this evening. Thank you, Divine Highest Power. Activate in each one of these folks greater health and well-being, opening them to their optimal health and well-being. Thank you. So, my new favorite book by James Nestor is Breath. He has studied over the course of 10 years, in terms of his research, ancient Sanskrit, ancient yoga traditions, and everything in between, interviewing those that have studied breathing for 70, 80 years, and the top people in the nation for breath. One of the things that he has found out, are you one of these top 1 in 10 people that breathes fully? Well, I found out after reading this book that I definitely didn't. I didn't exhale fully. So, according to a lot of research, here's the perfect breath. So, I'd like you guys to do it with me. Inhale softly and deeply, all the way down, expanding your belly for 5 seconds. And then, without pausing, gently exhale for 5 seconds. Breathe in for 5 seconds and breathe out for 5 seconds. Making sure your lungs, your belly, all of you is filled up. And you may even want to put your hand on your belly as you breathe in and notice as you breathe out. Make sure you're emptying your lungs as you breathe out. And keep repeating this. And there's science out there that says if you can do this for a short period of time, even 10 breaths, your chemistry is going to change. Has anybody noticed a difference? Well, here's what the book is telling us does happen if we don't breathe well. First of all, if you're anxious or stressed, one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to breathe shallowly, where you're only taking in enough air up here, or you are going to be over breathing and getting too much oxygen in your body, and then you're going to feel winded and not be able to focus. It's going to bring that there's a delicate balance between oxygen and carbon dioxide. So know that anxiety and stress brings that on. Secondly, one thing I was really surprised, if you are sitting at a desk or if you're really engrossed in a project, even if things that you love, you're going to again breathe shallowly. So over the course of time, there was a research study cited in the book that people sitting in office spaces, everybody's engrossed in their work. People are not breathing fully. And it's going to decrease our immune function. It's going to create tight muscles, and it's going to make us sick. Did you know that 40% of us are breathing toxic air? That's what the science is telling us. And not getting the right balance of oxygen causes us to be overweight. So it damages our cells. One of the things that they were talking about is mouth breathing. There's 37 million Americans today that have asthma. That if you're snoring at night, you're not getting enough oxygen in your body. If you've got fatigue, if you have high blood pressure, look at your breathing as a potential challenge that you may be able to fix. Now, when you do breathe, know that you are connecting your mind, your emotions, your body, and your spirit. I did some research, and almost many of the sacred texts, Hebrew, Christianity, Arabic, and a number of native cultures use the word breath as life. Breath was breathed into us. And as we breathe in divine energy. And as we breathe out, we're breathing out negative energy. We're breathing out waste that we don't need anymore. For those of you who've had any kind of healing with me, if you've been here before, I talk about blowing out. If you've got tight muscles, one of the quickest ways to deal with those is breathe into that tight muscle and slowly release it. Now, on the science part of breathing in, you're activating your sympathetic nervous system, which gives you energy, and breathing out activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is that part of us that relaxes the body. When we're breathing fully, we're connecting to our higher self, and we're much more grounded and able to think clearly and process. So there's a great app called the Breathing app. It was developed by Deepak Chopra, and a number of others have come together to develop it. And James Nestor certainly was contributing ideas for this, and he in fact he even contributed a blog during its release. They talk about diaphragmatic breathing, just what we're talking about, breathing in deeply into the belly and breathing out. It restores our life function. It reduces inflammation. We feel less stressed. And when we're breathing fully during the day, we're going to sleep better. And so, again, Pay attention to your breath, folks. How are you breathing now? Are you breathing in five breaths and breathing out 5 breaths? What you're doing is you're bringing your heart rate variability, and your brain wave frequency into balance, into coherence. And you're going to bring your blood pressure down, and you're going to bring your chemistry into greater balance. Anybody have any questions so far? Because I'm using a lot of science here today.
No, I think for me, you're explaining it very well.
Okay, thanks, Melissa. Great. So again, make sure you empty the lungs. That was my habit that I'm slowly changing. And Dr. Carl Stowe, who's a breathing specialist, has spent literally 50 years teaching people how to inhale and exhale fully. He trained Olympic athletes, he trained great opera singers, choral experts, and he cured the incurable with emphysema and asthma, literally, by teaching people how to breathe. So today, we always use a different form of modality. We're going to do the pranayama alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to take these 2 fingers and put it on our forehead. And we're going to take our thumb and close one nostril. And I would like you to breathe in and 5 seconds and breathe out. Now take your thumb, or excuse me, your pinky finger, remove your thumb, take your baby finger and put it on your other nostril. Breathe in for 5 seconds and breathe out. Welcome, Marion. We're doing pranayama breathing. Take your 2 fingers here, put them on your forehead.
Okay.
Put your thumb over your finger, over your nostril. Breathe in for 5. Breathe out for 5. Take your pinky finger, put it on the other nostril. Breathe in for 5 and out for 5. And I'd like you to keep going at your own pace. And what this does is it balances the right and the left brain hemispheres. It's rare that we are processing information equally on the right and the left brain. And this will calm the mind because things start working better. You're going to be able to increase your focus. It relaxes the nervous system and it will calm the mind. How's this working for you?
I think it's helpful because whenever it's trying to breathe and you're not doing what we're doing right now, it allows me to focus on the breathing instead of what's going on in my head.
And
so it's actually relaxing.
Great. That's wonderful. That's exactly where you needed to be. How did it work for you, Michael?
It's great. It's like when you asked that, it was sort of like I was in Never Never Land. I let go of everything in my head and I was sort of in a trance-like state. It was very beautiful.
Oh, that's excellent. Glad to hear it. Great. Good. Did it work for you, Marion? You joined us at the tail end.
I
Were you
know.
able to get it?
Yeah, I did get it, but when I first did, I was like, "Ooh!" To listen to my own self breathing, it was like, "Ooh, this how I sound." And then when you said take your pinky finger, and put your pinky from the other nostril, I was like, "Okay, I still hear myself sounding a little better." Because I was like,
Good.
"Ooh, that's how I sound breathing." Goodness gracious! So that was really something, to listen to, and I said, "Okay, let me do it again." Then I did it again. I was like, "Okay."
Great.
Wow. So I had to get with Anna on that breathing thing. I'm gonna talk to her when I see her.
Good. So other things that were brought up in the book, I mean, it's a 200-page book, and this gentleman, James Nestor, literally went from ancient thousands of years ago up to the very latest in science. In fact, he even participated in some research. It's important to build your lung capacity. Aerobic exercise, there's a couple of breathing techniques, Tumo and Wim Hof have shown, and you can get apps for these. And then just sitting up straight every day. And another thing that was very interesting is over the last 300 years, our faces have changed shape. And if you are having challenges with any jaw or maybe breathing, consider adding raw vegetables and fruits. And I'm not going to advocate for meat if you're a vegetarian, but making sure you chew food as opposed to having too much soft things. So we're going to move into Reiki meditation. Again, the deep, slow breathing. Marion, you missed this. You're going to want to breathe in 5 counts and breathe out 5 counts. That's the perfect breath according to the book Breath. Reiki meditation gets us into that mindfulness, and I'm going to coach you through that gentle healing. For those of you who do Reiki, you're going to want to power yourself up. And as you guys know, you're going to be channeling the divine power, the higher power through, and you'll feel better. NIH tells us it reduces anxiety and pain and improves how we feel about ourselves. So we're going to jump in now. Continue your deep breathing and put your hands gently at the top of your head. And you may feel some shifts and changes, relaxing your body, brain activating fully. You may feel some calming of your nervous system. Opening your body and your mind. Because our supercomputer lives at the top of our brain. And blow out. Inviting the nervous system to peacefully activate. And when you're ready, take your hands, put them over your face, fingertips on your forehead, and we invite the amygdala, the brain, your eyes, your face to gently relax. This is where we hold the fight, flight, freeze reactions to the world. And we invite ourselves to calm, to enter this moment with all of our being. And blow out when you're ready all of the stress of the week, preparing you for the week ahead with peace and calm and joy. Relaxing the jaws, where so many of us hold stress. We take our hands to the sides of our face and invite the right and left brains to hemispheres to synchronize. Powering you, allowing the brain to calm, clearing the plaque, taking our hands behind our head, just gently. You may feel warmth. Opening yourself up for greater clarity. And you may, if you wish, keep one hand behind your head and put the other on your forehead so that you may feel held. And blow out as you feel energy flowing down your spine, calming, soothing, relaxing you. And another wave leaves your forehead. You may feel your eyes relax, and perhaps another layer floats off your jaw. Nice. And we move to the throat, putting one hand behind your throat and another in the front, because our unconscious lies in the back. And this is where we hold our truth, our ability to communicate what we think and feel and believe, and our trust in ourselves and in our world, our trust in the divine power. Keep that perfect breath going. 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out. So many of us hold our stress in our shoulders and our neck, letting it go. Set the busy day, the busy week ahead Set it on the floor for just this half hour. Beautiful. At least one of you is having shoulder pain. For those of you who are having the shoulder pain, if you want to take your hands and put them on your shoulders, setting the intention of letting go of the heavy burden you've been carrying. Perhaps you've overstressed with computers. Allow yourself to let go. Continue your deep belly breaths. And when you're ready, move to your heart. For those who are comfortable, you can put one hand behind your back and one hand in front. If that's uncomfortable, not a problem. Just put both hands right here. Opening your heart to who you really are, your authentic self. That beautiful, kind, gentle person that you know yourself to be. Inviting your energy centers to activate fully. Opening your heart to those that you love and those that you like, and perhaps those that you are grateful for who have challenged you to be all that you can be. And let go of the frustration, the hurts of those who disappointed you. Letting it go. Let go of the anger. Let it come up fully. Honor yourself and how you felt. And if you can just stay with the discomfort for 90 seconds, that energy will move. Well done. Somebody's having some energy move. Allow that energy to move. Open your heart. Good. Well done. That wasn't easy to forgive that one. We'll come back to that part for you in a few minutes. So move your hand to your belly, your solar plexus. Again, if it's comfortable, you can put one hand behind your back and one hand in front. Or you can put it side by side, your choice. If you choose to go side by side, you're covering all of your organs. This is where 70% of your immune system lives. Inviting that part of you to heal. So if you've had some kidney challenges, diabetes, So if you've had some stomach challenges, inviting that part of you to let go. This is where we hold our self-esteem, our self-confidence. Allow yourself to grow. And let go of what no longer serves. At least one of you has felt lesser than recently. Stop beating yourself up and just surrender. Allow the divine energy to fill you. Allow the fear to come up. Many of us hold fear in this part of our body. Keep breathing. Remember what we learned a couple weeks ago from Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, 90 seconds. And what feels like a 10 emotionally will diminish. Keep breathing into that part of you. Beautiful release. Good job. And we move our hands to below our belly button and our sacral. One of you been challenged with lower back pain recently? Let go. For us women, this is where our personal power comes from. Allow yourself to fully come into your power. For all of us, this is where we hold our creativity. Deep belly breaths so that the breath enters your sacrum. This is where we hold our relationships and our will to feel. Sometimes, especially if we've had challenges early on in childhood, we learn to disregard our feelings. Well, we're feeling beings. Open those up. Give yourself permission to know the real you. You're human. You feel. Beautiful. And blow out. We're going to stay here a moment longer. Breathing into your lower back, the unconscious part of your feelings. Perhaps you're thinking about a troubled relationship. or a past that maybe didn't end as well as it could have. Breathe into that part of you. Forgive yourself. You did the very best you could then. Keep breathing. Allow the energy to come up. These are old feelings. You may feel like air's bubbling up. And allow. And we move to our root, which is at our groin. If you wish, you can sit and hold your tailbone in your one hand. Or if it's more comfortable for you, you can put both hands on your groin. For men, this is your personal power. Activating your testosterone, which will power every part of your body. And for all of us, this is where we hold our bodies, our safety, security, our sense of groundedness in our heritage. Allow this to come forward. Some of you have not felt safe in your life. Allow the feelings of overwhelm to come forward. Well done. Just hold yourself here. Surrender. This is where our place of willingness to live resides. Sometimes life gets hard. Breathe into this part of you. Five breaths in, 5 breaths out. And we move to our knees. Where we hold our willingness to move forward in life. Enjoy the warmth, the care, the love that you're showing to yourself. Allow the feelings to come up. One of you is experiencing anger that you've been holding here. Allow it to come forward. Give it permission to express itself. Asking too much of yourself, or so you believe. Breathe into your knees. allowing the pain to subside. Give it permission to go. You may feel some shifts in your hips. One of you has a little hip displacement that's causing additional pressure on your knees. Invite your hip to optimize, get back in place. You may feel your hip joint moving a little bit. Allow it. Muscles moving. Nice. One of you's been having knee problems. Keep your hands there for another few moments while the rest of us move to our ankles. If you can't reach your ankles, no worries. Just set the intention that you're giving energy to your ankles. Beautiful. Feel that release? Let's move to our right foot. One hand above, one hand below. And again, if you can't reach, no worries. Just set your intention. This is where the meridians end. And you may want to send energy up your leg or connect more deeply with the earth. The tops of the foot, if it's tender, rub it. Of course, that's not Reiki, but you can come back and rub that. Some of us, we don't realize that perhaps our immune function is not optimal. That's where the immune function lives, is top of the foot. Whoa, someone's having a big release. Let it come. Breathe into that energy. I know it's tight. Just breathe into it. Stay with it. And let go. Wonderful. Let it go. Switch to the right, or excuse me, the left foot. Feeling the divine energy flowing through and to you. Activating you for health and well-being. Allow the energy to come forward. One of you is feeling the energy buzzing in your feet, perhaps maybe for the first time. Allow it to come. Beautiful. Now, each of you's had a place in your body that perhaps needs a little more love, a little more energy. Go back to that place now. Feel it in your body, wherever that might be. Continuing to feel and allow the energy to move. Beautiful. Give yourself permission to feel the love that the higher power has for you. Opening the meridians, grid work, lighting yourself up, every facet of your being. And finally, taking your hands at your groin and the one hand at the top of your head, and allow the energy to go top to bottom, bottom to top, grounding you deep, deep, deep into the center of the earth, that crystal at the center of the earth, connecting you with Mother Earth as she envelopes you with love, kindness, helping you feel more grounded and more human. And at the same time, activating all of your being, your energy centers, and connecting with the higher power, your highest self, and your higher power. As that energy goes down through you, causing flows to occur in your aura, your communication nodules, your meridians lighting up, and flows occurring. And we gently, when you're ready, start to wiggle your toes, perhaps your fingers. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Turn your cameras back on if you don't have them on already. How are you doing, Melissa?
Working on it.
Just keep breathing, my friend.
Yeah, let's just keep working at it. And I know eventually, I don't know, there's just something that's, but it's coming. I know it's coming, so I'm good.
Okay. Hey, Anna, how was it for you?
It was great. Very tranquil and serene for me. And definitely coming back and around. I love that you told us to go back to where we needed it most, because that was really, really powerful and helpful for me. So thank you.
Excellent. You are welcome. Hi, Prudence. Welcome.
I only got to join for 30 minutes, but that was amazing. Like, wow, I feel like that was really awesome. Thank you, Wendy.
Well, welcome. I'm thrilled that you could join us for that time.
I had a chapter meeting, but is this weekly? Is this?
It is through the end of the month, so please come back. Tell your friends.
I certainly will. Thank you very much.
Surely, sure.
Is it this?
And excuse me?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Is it the same link number?
Yes, it will be. And Oxford House has opened this generously up to everybody in the community.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for the invite, and thank you, Anna, and thank you. That was amazing. I really just, even 30 minutes, I can't believe how relaxed I got and just how much better I feel. Thank you.
Cool. That's great. I'm thrilled. How about for you, Michael and Marion?
I always enjoy it. You know, I love it every time we do it. I was totally relaxed, but I was just amazed with the breathing part. That's what got me today. You know, I'm like, ooh, that's all right. I'm Anna, I know you're on here. I'll talk to you later.
How about you, Michael?
I'm totally relaxed in the zone, just very much at peace. Thank you.
Great, wonderful. So you guys, Prudence, you missed this, but I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. There is a phenomenal book called Breath that I've just fallen in love with. This guy goes from ancient Sanskrit India to literally cutting edge. He participated in breathing research, and it's soup to nuts. The most important piece to me was the breathing in fully into the belly for 5.5 seconds, and then fully exhaling 5.5 seconds. The research has shown that it can cure us if we literally can breathe in enough oxygen and breathe out fully. And you know, stress, anxiety, emphysema, there's a lot of things that have been cured simply by breathing better.
Yeah, I have to honestly say, like, I've tried meditation a lot of times and different techniques, and it usually takes me a minute to get into it. And it's almost usually right when I'm really starting to relax. But I really had like 30 minutes and I was just like, wow, that was amazing. That was a huge difference. Thank you very much.
You are so welcome. Well, folks, new topic next.